All right, Randy's joining me for a workout. Looking like bull rap. My name.
Let's do it.
Yes, very sexy.
Oh, yes. Hey everybody, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, and I am very, very excited today because I absolutely dominated week 1 of my Sexification 2021. I am really happy with my progress, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video, which was filmed on Tuesday, August 17th. It is the end of week 1 of my 15-week series. This is video number 2. Pretty much in all of the upcoming videos, I'm going to be talking about various aspects related to the nutrition, fitness, sleep, mental processes, everything related to what I'm doing as far as losing weight and getting more fit and just getting overall healthier. So I wanted to start off this one just by talking about my goals. I do have 3 daily goals that I focus on. I've got 3 weekly goals, and then I do have 3 overall goals for the entire 15-week program. So let's talk about those. A lot of you all asked in the previous video what my target weight goal is for this series or what I want to get down to, and I don't really focus on a number specifically because not only does the scale not define me, but whether I get down to 297 or am at 305 at the end of all this, that's not really going to define whether or not this Sexification 2021 was a success or not. I more so focus on the thoughts, the behaviors, the consistent actions, the habits, everything that actually drives the results. And that is why I especially focus on the daily goals. And like I said, I've got 3 of those, with the first one being the most important thing. As I say, in everything, fitness is recommended, but nutrition is required. So each day I focus on my nutrition to make sure that I maintain a caloric deficit so that of course I can lose weight, but I still must have enough calories, stay hydrated, do everything I need to do in order to have great workouts. So I'm going to be talking about all my exercising that I'll be doing, and if I'm not fueled well, I won't be able to do all that. So I focus on my nutrition, and then as far as goal number 2, I of course make sure that I am active. In past years, I've always had an Apple Watch, and I hate how much you have to charge those. So I am really happy. I never really used the Apple Watch that much, but now I've got this Garmin watch that I talked about in the previous video. I am going to be tracking my steps, trying to make sure I get to my step goal. I'm going to be more active just because I'm going to be doing my dietetic internship. I'll be walking a lot more, so I'll be doing that. Walking around campus. It is a beautiful day today. Getting my steps in. I will always take the steps instead of the escalator or the elevator, doing all the little things just to burn all the calories I can throughout the day, in addition to my actual exercise. And the exercise is actually part of the weekly goal. The other daily goal that I focus on is my sleep. So I've got my nutrition, I've got my fitness. In order to do my best with all those, this time I am going to be tracking my sleep a lot more. I know I do have a lot going on, of course, but I still want to be able to maintain 6 or 7 hours, 6 hours minimum of sleep. And I'll be able to track that with the watch. So I'm excited about that. And in order to have good cognitive function, in order to pass all my tests, just be top-notch mentally with my dietetic internship and everything coming up, I've got to make sure, since I will be eating a lower number of calories, I'll be exercising a lot, I do need to keep my body well rested and just keep my energy level up, and I'll be able to do that by making sure I sleep enough. As far as weekly goals, number 1, each week I'm going to try to make sure that I throw at least 6 strikes. And what a strike is, for those that didn't watch all the videos from the 2020 series, a strike pretty much means that I accomplished all 3 of those daily goals. I did my best. And I do say only 6 because that allows me some leeway. This isn't an end-all be-all. Not everything has to be 100%. That 7th day, wherever it is in the week, is based on, we're in Milwaukee now, there's a lot of festivals. Summerfest is coming up. I'm going to both the Kesha concert and the Miley Cyrus concert, 2 different times. So stuff like that, or my mom and dad come up for the weekend. I want to be able to enjoy myself and not just turn everything down just in order to throw a strike. So I'm not going to get out of control. I'm just going to enjoy myself without being too strict about everything. And then goal number 2 is I'm big into spinning. You guys all know that. So each week I want to spin at least 10 hours a week. And if I do that, I'm definitely going to accomplish my goals. I don't have a daily goal related to the biking because it's all going to be pretty much based on what I have going on, how my body feels and stuff like that. So one day I might do a 1-hour tougher workout. Another day when I have more time, I might do a 3-hour spin ride. I'll talk about all of that in an upcoming video, which will specifically be dedicated to my fitness. And then for goal number 3, this is pretty new since I didn't have either of the 2 things I'll be talking about during my 2020 series, but I am going to make sure that throughout each week I stick to my commitments that I have outside of just my channels, my Sexification 2021, everything related to selfishly just me and what I'm doing, which those 2 things are, I have to keep up with everything required for my internship, and then all of my extra studies, my graduate studies. I'm taking a few credit hours in addition to just internship related stuff this semester. So I of course need to stay on top of those and make sure I'm ready for tests and get all the assignments done and stuff like that. But then also too, and this is also new since 2020, which I am just so tickled and happy about, but each week, really every day, but especially each week, as much as I can, I want to stay proactive in making sure that I still maintain my great relationship with my girlfriend, Katina Eats Kilos, since I really appreciate her and everything she does, not only for me, but our household that we have here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and everything is going great with her, and I definitely want to keep it that way. But as far as overall goals, I've got 3 of those that I want to accomplish by the end of this 15-week program, and I'm already working towards those, but really, and then this doesn't have a weight attached to it, but in order to actually achieve it, I'll have to be at a much lower weight, but I want to fit in well into my turkey suit. So many of you guys have watched that in previous videos, but I want to look great again in that. Goal number 2 is pretty much all fitness related, and none of these have specific numbers. I just want to, number 1, be able to do some pull-ups. Being able to do 2 or 3 legit pull-ups would be freaking awesome, because I, of course, can't do any right now. I will be working towards that using the Total Gym, and then of course losing weight so I don't have as much weight to pull up. But that, and then I do want to be able to do, I think I want to be able to do 20 push-ups. So I think that would be awesome. I'll be working towards that. And then I love the ab workout, Ab Ripper X from the P90X series. I actually used that to win the Spartacus Body Transformation Challenge back in 2010. I probably can't do too much of that right now, so I want to be able to do at least half of the workout, the program, by the end of this, and then I'll continue working on everything from there after Thanksgiving. As for goal number 3, I want to finish this series with a clean bill of health. Just like I did in 2020, I will be getting my blood levels tested, and I just want to, at the end of this series, have those all good, especially related to the blood sugar levels, my blood lipid panel. Everything was great after the 2020 series, and I want to do that again this time. So those are all of my goals. If you have any questions related to what I've said, please let me know down in the comments. I'll try to get to those, or else send me a message and I'll get to those when I can as well. But now let's find out how I did during week 1. All right, it is time to talk about how week 1 went. As I said at the beginning, I dominated. So let's look at the numbers. As you know, I started out at 393.6 pounds. Yesterday, I woke up weighing 376.4 pounds. So at the end of week 1, I lost 17.2 pounds, which of course I was really excited about. Actually, I was very, very excited about, but I knew I was on track for a good number because I did weigh myself on last Friday and I was at 380.4 pounds. But keep in mind that wasn't all fat. I weighed myself last Monday coming right off of a food challenge tour. So I of course had a lot of fiber all week, drank a lot of water. I took a lot of Teddy Holidays and got rid of a lot of water weight as well. So that helped me get to 376.4 pounds, but of course there was some fat along with it because I dominated not only my nutrition goals, but my fitness goals and for the most part, my sleep goals too. Just looking at the numbers, I did manage to get 12 hours of spinning last week. So I spun on 6 of the days. I did take off Thursday, which that just happened to be my spare day because not only did I take the day off, I did have a couple extra foods. I went to a networking event and then had some other stuff. It was the first day of my internship, and that's the reason for these sleep numbers were a bit low on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was getting everything ready for my internship to start on Thursday, but all of the days after I was able to do pretty well with my sleep, so that is all going well, and I did manage to do a lot of steps too. As I said, I've been tracking all that. I know even on Saturday I went for a long walk. We did some sightseeing, Katina and I got 12,386 steps on that day in addition to doing an hour and a half on the bike. But I was happy. I did get 6 strikes, and then the one spare day I did have, that kind of had me at a few more calories than I usually have, which allowed me to have a great workout on Friday where I did 2.5 hours. So as far as the whole week combined, as you see in the numbers, it all was definitely a success, and I look forward to doing well on week 2, which of course I'll talk about next week. But yeah, that is it for this video. I appreciate you guys all following along. Whatever you'd like for me to talk about in the next video, please comment down below. Not only your questions that you might have, but yeah, let me know what you'd like me to talk about in the next one, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, thank you guys all for your positivity, your encouraging words, and your constructive criticism, everything. But yeah, lots more videos upcoming, and until my next video, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, hoping you guys always, always, always win before you begin. Thanks for watching.